Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a special one. I'm heading to Shiozuka Highlands for a once a year event where they set the grasslands on fire. This is only the second time they've done it in 6 years, so I expect a lot of photographers to be there. The goal? Capture some stunning shots and experiment with different photography techniques. But before we get to the fire, there's a little bit of adventure ahead. It's a 90-minute drive up a single file winding mountain road to get to the top, and the parking there is very limited. So if we don't get a spot, we might as well turn back. Let's see how this turns out. So a little bit more about this place. Shiozuka Highlands sits at the border of Kagawa and Tokushima and is famous for its rolling grasslands. Now, the fire festival is an old land management technique used across Japan. It helps prevent forest overgrowth and it keeps the ecosystem balanced. The road here is no joke. Single file, winding and barely wide enough for 2 cars. Right, we made it. But as you can see behind me, the parking's pretty much full. There was about 3 spots left. So I'm glad we did. It's only 12 o'clock midday. The main thing does not start until 5, so you can see how competitive this is. There's already plenty of tripods on top of the hill, so I'm gonna run up there, reserve my spot. Some burning has already started, as you can see behind me. But after I've set everything up, we're gonna have 5 hours to kill. I better get going because it's pretty competitive, so I'll see you shortly. Right, put on the sunglasses, but I'm just having a stroll around, and behind me there's already some bickering between, well, the elderly gentlemen, shall we call them, because one put a tripod in front of the other one's tripod, and yeah, tensions are rising. It's only 2 p.m, but the place is full, and there's already incredible fight for spots happening. So the idea is the fire is supposed to start on that further hill and work its way back through here towards where all the camera setup is. So my thinking is I'm gonna have a wide angle lens on the tripod and a longer lens in my hands to get any potential close-ups. Since this is the first time that I'm here, I've never experienced it. I always wanted to, but it hasn't happened because of COVID for 6 years. And this is only the second time after it's been restarted. So because this is my first time, I'm not quite sure what to expect and what kind of shots to go for. So I'm gonna try and be ready for everything and anything. But how it pans out, we'll see. Right, since we have few hours before the fire starts, I'm just going to chill in the Kei Camper. This bed setup is something I put together recently, and it's going to be a game changer for future overnight trips. But today it's just my comfy waiting spot. T-15. There's got to be at least 100 people there, and it's not the kind of landscape photography that I'm used to, but it will have to do. The sun is setting over there, which is exactly the direction where we'll be shooting. So hopefully the fire will continue into the evening. It's a little bit windy. I'll see what I can record to show you, but basically the idea is that we're gonna capture some high shutter speeds, low shutter speeds, and a little bit of slow motion video. Let the countdown begin. Right, it has begun and it's ongoing. I've got to say there's a lot of smoke and it's a lot more mental than I would have expected. Forget about booking a spot with a tripod. Once the fire started, everyone just went wherever they pleased. And it's extremely, extremely competitive. So the fire is going on behind me. As you can see, there's plenty of smoke. Trying to get some shots. And I went around with a 180mm prime, which wasn't the best choice. But let's carry on. Well, that was a lot more fun than I anticipated, I gotta say. Usually things here are hyped up and then you get there and then you see it and it's a little bit disappointing. But this was a lot of fun and I think I've gotten a lot of photos. I didn't experiment as much as I thought I would. The fire was moving extremely quickly. It's dwindling now, everything's burned out. And I returned to the car to find myself parked next to a police car. So I'm gonna head down and I'll see you from the studio where we're gonna review the Phot-oh-es. Alright then, back in the studio and let's talk about how the shoot went. First, the event wrapped up much faster than I expected by about 6:30 p.m. That meant no deep blues in the sky, but the orange and cyan hues still gave me a very nice color contrast. The smoke actually helped manage the dynamic range, softening the harsh sunlight, so that was a win. Now, because I was expecting more of a landscape shoot, I brought only manual focus lenses or adapted lenses that could only be used with manual focus. Definitely not an ideal setup for a scene and scenario like this. I also ended up shooting at higher ISOs than I would like, but prioritizing shutter speed was more important than image quality. Let's take a look at some final images. Now, looking through the images, there isn't one hero shot, and that makes sense. This was an event, not a decisive moment. So the images work best as a set, telling the full story of what has unfolded. I'll be posting full gallery of images on my blog, so you can find the link to that below if you would like to see more images. For now, that's it from me, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a special one more time. Capture some epic shots and experiment with different photography techniques. I can't get that in one go, can I? Hey, where are you going? This is gonna be the one that I'm waving in front of camera. I'm gonna get it right this time. Am I recording audio? Yes. Rolling grasslands. Rolling grasslands, rolling grasslands, rolling grasslands, rolling grasslands, rolling grasslands. There's some commotion with the tripod placement going on behind me. It's kind of hilarious. I think somebody jumped the line and put their tripod in front of everybody else's. It's pretty tense.